Hi there, thanks for tuning in. I'm Don Poorman and I'm a Senior Technical Evangelist for Pure Storage. Join me for the next few minutes while I dig into the details of our Pure Storage Cloud for Azure VMware Services. Let's first cover some key challenges before we get into the product details. None of these numbers should be surprising. Cloud migrations are costly and complex. More specifically, 75% of them were over budget, 38% were heavily delayed, and $100 billion was collectively wasted. Underestimating migration efforts is a pretty common thing. This is because expectations rarely match reality. And for cloud migrations, moving VMware-based workloads to a cloud provider like Azure can be extra tricky because of these four challenges, which also happen to be the same ones for on-premise virtualization infrastructure. VMware environments are rarely balanced, meaning the CPU needs match the storage needs. This is a simple fix for on-premise infrastructure because it can be designed to scale CPU and storage independently. This is not the case for Azure VMware Services. Compute and storage are added together in a hyper-converged infrastructure model. This may work for some environments, but not so well for most. Being able to scale compute and storage separately when paying for cloud infrastructure ensures better financial discipline and avoids paying for the next variable, wasted resources. Wasted resources can be more than just paying for infrastructure elements you don't use. Being able to leverage dedicated data reduction technologies for the storage you pay for also matters, especially if you can reduce, say, 100 terabytes of data to 75 terabytes and save 25% of your cloud spend. On-prem VMware infrastructure typically benefits from shared storage that offers enterprise-grade features like efficient snapshots and data at rest encryption. Those features should also be expected of a cloud-based solution. The final variable is complexity. There's often a usability and manageability disparity between on-prem enterprise storage and cloud-based solutions. This difference in operating languages often raises a hard barrier to navigate around, especially for IT admin staff who are already overtasked and wearing several hats. So what can be done to address those four variables? We talked about this earlier, but first, we need to separate CPU and storage so they can scale independently. This gives AVS an option to connect to a dedicated storage solution that can support the enterprise-grade features on-prem VMware solutions have with their storage. Things like highly effective data reduction, efficient snapshots, and data rest encryption, among other features. Additionally, because we're leveraging Azure to deliver these data services, it should also be fully managed and provide seamless integration and management with the VMware component of AVS. And this is why we built Pure Storage Cloud for Azure VMware Services. It's the world's first block storage as a service built specifically for running VMware workloads in the cloud. It's an Azure native service and not a separate virtual machine-based solution, and fully managed and operated by Pure Storage. It can be provisioned from the Azure Marketplace and integrated in with new and existing AVS clusters. It's designed to provide an on-premise Pure Storage environment in Azure to enable an easier way of migrating simple and difficult virtualized workloads. Once Pure Storage Cloud for AVS is deployed and connected to an AVS cluster, it's managed with the vSphere Client plugin. This is a tool VMware admins use on a daily basis to manage the tasks you see listed on the left. This approach helps bridge that language disparity I mentioned earlier between on-prem and cloud-based systems. If an admin is using the vSphere plugin for on-prem data store management, they'll be able to do the same tasks in Azure with our solution. The best part about leveraging Pure Storage Cloud for AVS is it can provide a sizable benefit on cloud spend. Virtualized environments that have a storage to compute ratio of 1.5 can save 20% on operational costs, while a 3-to-1 ratio is double the savings at 40%. This is funding that can be used for investing in other parts of your Azure environment. Let's look at a real-world example of how splitting CPU and storage resources with Pure Storage Cloud for AVS can show financial benefit. This is a customer of ours whose AVS deployment was storage heavy at 206 terabytes with 15 AVS nodes needed to reach that capacity. We were able to reduce that node count to 5 by employing our service which led to a 66% reduction in nodes and a $500,000 reduction in annual spend. That's a pretty compelling use case. Here's another great customer example where scaling compute and storage together can incur more costs than needed. In this case, when Pure Storage Cloud for AVS was deployed and leveraged, our industry-leading data reduction technologies enabled a massive collapse in data storage needed and a subsequent 40% cost savings. The customer also gained the flexibility of being able to seamlessly move data from their cloud deployment to their on-prem Pure Storage arrays. Don't misunderstand me, Azure VMware Services is an outstanding offering, but data-centric virtualized workloads gain better economics from scaling storage separately. Everything we've talked about up to this point is part of a bigger picture. The Pure Storage Cloud for AVS is a key part of our storage platform that we formally launched at Accelerate Vegas 24. It's the foundation for everything we're doing at Pure and is a transformative way to deploy, scale, and manage data intelligently. Our goal is to help companies reduce risk by eliminating the uncertainty and complexity of long-term storage planning while transitioning to a straightforward, secure, as-a-service platform. What you see here is not just another standard industry marketing diagram of how disparate products hook together. The Pure Storage platform boasts unique core capabilities that set it apart from the competition. These capabilities drive our engineering, support, and services by providing customers with a unique storage-as-a-service solution that simplifies the deployment, management, and scalability of data storage no matter where their data resides. The Pure Storage platform uniquely provides these things: 100% unified storage. We do this by consolidating all data storage on a single, easy-to-manage platform. Ultimate reliability. We aim to ensure zero downtime, thus minimizing business risks. We also factor in future-proofing by guaranteeing the platform will evolve without complex rebuys. And finally, cost efficiency. Our goal is to reduce the physical footprint, lower energy consumption, and save workforce hours with enterprise storage, allowing reinvestment in strategic initiatives. Pure Storage platform revolutionizes data management and represents the future of how we see the enterprise storage industry evolving. Thanks again for taking the time to get to know the Pure Storage Cloud for AVS story. We were thrilled to be able to partner with Microsoft and VMware to enable a great storage option for organizations looking to extend their VMware environments into Azure. Be sure to learn more about us at www.purestorage.com.